for the ESRL Belgium F1 race. Okay. Well, as the drivers get ready, I'll start once I. Yeah. Fuck. Here we go in Division 2 of ESRL. Let's see. Let's ride with Jacko Lacko. Oh, yeah. As I'm adding some telemetry. Okay. Spa is the longest circuit of the calendar. Oh, and Jacko Lacko has invalidated and crashed the car. Quite tricky Rouge and Radion right there. As spelled wrong goes into turn, I think that's 3, 4? No. 3, 4, yeah. Anyway, Sector 2 coming up next. This is very easy to, yeah, very easy to overshoot there. Also not allowed to be too fast into this corner, otherwise you could invalidate your lap. Fast qualifying lap, wait, what? There we go. Spelled wrong in P1 currently. Do we see the difference? No, we don't see. But Jojo and spelled wrong being very close to each other at the moment, as they're switching positions right now as I say that, as Ted retires from session. As everybody's finalizing their one qualifying lap that they have to, as spelled wrong goes a little bit deep, losing one position, maybe two, now a lot of positions due to that mistake. 4th place for spelled wrong. As Jojo Lancer sets fastest lap and pole position. I believe it was a 144 point. I think it was 3. I'm not sure. As we look at the grid, yes, it was a 144.3. The grid is set for the race. One shot for 100% race. Let's hope it's going to be a dry race. Half a second to P1. That's a lot. Let's hope that in the race it'll be closer than that. The grid, at least, what is that, 6 people DNFing or getting their lap disqualified. So there'll be a couple of people fighting from the back to the front. That'll be exciting to watch. Yeah, as we get ahead into the start of the race. Let's see if formation lap is on or off. I'm not sure. And I might have to reset all of my customizations again. But let's see. as everybody is choosing their strategies. Um, Probably going to be uh, hmm, hard, medium, medium. Um, for the most guys at least. Maybe a couple of medium, hard, medium runners or medium, medium, hard runners. Potential safety cars. Um, yeah, as we'll be getting, but alright, as we'll start the race in a little over 15 seconds. Okay, and the 5 red lights. Oh no, formation lap is on. Look at that. So soft, medium. Oh, soft, medium, medium. Okay, it means it lasts longer than I thought. Okay, so a lot of medium runners, I assume. Medium, 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 hard. Okay, a couple of hard runners. Most of them are medium. Let's see. Detail. There we go. A lot of medium runners, a couple of soft runners. Already 2 people getting disqualified. I guess they bumped into each other. That'll be ice cold tires. As Slithery Cow? No. Sims F1 crashes into the barrier and for the formation lap. I guess with cold tires, as the Ferrari also hits the barrier. These guys gotta watch out that they don't do that in the race. Yeah. Okay. Can I get that? There we go. Okay. I want positions. How do I get that? Position change. There we go. Okay, as formation lap is underway. Joe, it's not Jojo, it's Joe. J. Joe Lancer is leading the pack around the circuit, warming up their tires. Let's see. Oh, as 2 people crash, and I'm going to assume they get disqualified. Yep. Watch out, guys. Crashing already. That's going to be interesting to watch in the race, definitely. Now these guys also going to be starting on cold tires. Let's see. Soft, medium, medium, soft. Okay, at least no hard runners starting on cold tires. That would be horrendous for the person. Jojo is just finishing the formation lap. Everybody is trickling in. Okay, as we're going back up. So everybody is set into the grid position as 4 or 5 red lights. And away we go. Good reaction times for Jojo, not so good for Slithery Cow, I believe. No, Sims F1. Slithery Cow has gotten fine, as there's been a crash at the very back for the hard runner of, and a lot of bumping going on for the final 4 cars, as the 3 Toe 93 has crashed on his hard tires. As these guys are going side by side. Joe Lancer at the very front and safety car being deployed. Okay, so that crash does have to get cleaned up. These guys, 44 laps. Oh, Spelderon got a good start on his hard tires. up 1 position. Tier up 3 positions. Simps getting that bad start. Jacko being a gainer of the start with the medium tires. These guys very close to each other in the safety car period. Let's see if anybody needs already some wing changes. I believe maybe some of the back runners hit each other and got some wing damage, like the Haas right there. Speaking of wing damage, potential others as well. Let's see, these guys are almost side by side. The Ferrari. Oh, and people crashing, the Haas and the Aston Martin crashing during the safety car period. Guys, there's no need to race into the pits. Everybody's going to be at the back anyways. The Haas getting even more damage potentially, but he's going to be changing that right now. As Jacko gains another 2 positions from that crash right in front of him. People really eager to pass that Ferrari, I believe. Does he have damage? No, he does not. Okay, as these guys are just leaving the pits. As I cannot see the safety car. Is it not there? Wait, it's not safety car. Oh, I'm... Bruh. When did that happen? Okay, I guess it wasn't safety car and people were fighting. I'm sorry, as Zuber crashed and is trying to get back on track. I guess I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. Wait, let's get that gap in interval. There we go. As Joe Lancer goes wide and Slithercow potentially benefiting off that, getting the better exit out of the two. Drag racing to the turn 1. Slithercow being a full car's length ahead, putting in the fastest lap, I think, and being P1 now, although Joe Lancer having now slipstream DRS and being right up his gearbox. Let's see if this is going to be a overtake back into the lead for Joe Lancer. He's going to be gaining, and they're going to be side by side, and he is going to still side by side. Beautiful Slithercow around the outside, still around the outside of Joe Lancer. Him now having the inside, and the outside just being the slower line through that corner. Slithercow having to back out for the moment, as Alpine Alfa Romeo going back to back, as the Aston Martin of Tier going very wide there through I don't know the corner's name, as spelled wrong is going down around the outside, which becomes the inside of Sims F1. Beautiful move. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting to grips myself. At the moment, it's interval gap. Very much so better. These guys fighting. A lot of them going a little bit deep into the final chicane, as Slithercow barely hanging on to DRS. but within range, as the Alfa Romeo dives down the inside of Spelled Wrong, playing DRS games, both of them, I'm assuming, which could be the benefit of Tier, because he has not had to, as his rear steps out. Let's see if the Alfa Romeo is going to catch up enough, that Alpine using all of his ERS probably to keep him behind. Let's see, Slithery Cow still in the rear of J.Joe Lancer, as the Ferrari has gotten overtaken by the Haas, but maybe fighting back immediately due to him getting that DRS off of him, but the Haas being way further in the front already. Let's see, Ferrari of PRL, Morty Perez, very close to the McLaren here. As Sims F1 just makes a mistake as soon as we get on him and running wide. Slithery Cow will have that toe all the way till the final chicane, gaining and gaining and gaining. Both of these guys driving on the medium compound. As the Red Bull of Kensington Square dives on the inside, which becomes the outside of the final turn. As the Ferrari spins there in the back, the Mercedes and the Red Bull side by side. The Mercedes a full course length ahead, almost. Already turning to the right. Slight contact between the two of them. Mercedes eager to get in front. Mercedes also getting DRS from the Aston Martin in green, using a lot of ERS and DRS to get even in front of him. Is it going to be moving to P5? Yes, it is. The inside wide open. That's going to be a move. Done for the Mercedes. As these guys are, as the Alfa Romeo pushing the Alpine through that turn. That Alpine a little bit slower than the Alfa Romeo on those hard tires. As the gap has widened a little bit, these guys going side by side around the outside, which becomes the inside for the Alfa Romeo. And that's a move done and dusted. As the gap has widened between the top two, Slithery Cow having to use a lot of ERS to stay in the DRS range of J.Joe Lancer. As Spelled Wrong has made a mistake and crashed with Tier. Tier losing his tires. At least one of them. Mercedes maybe spinning and taking Tier with him. That's unfortunate to see, as the gaps have increased all over the field. Spelled Wrong now looking to make up back again these positions. Pushing the Ferrari through turn one. The Ferrari on softs. Interesting strategy. Let's see if he's going to get past the Ferrari with the help of DRS and ERS. He's going to be side by side with the Ferrari any moment now. And he's going to be he's going to have the inside for turn four. And the Ferrari sticking around the outside, which becomes the inside, but going to have to back out now. Ferrari not having a lot of ERS to spare, slightly tapping the Alpine. As the Ferrari has spun. That's unfortunate to see. Red Bull being behind the other Red Bull of Kenningston Server. As there is a safety car now. Now there's a safety car. Right? I'm not crazy. I believe that's a safety car on track. Um, as somebody DNF'd the Haas, I'm not sure where though. Somewhere on track, as people are not boxing. This will be good news for Ferrari on softs. As spelled wrong, and Scott are entering to the pits on those medium tires. It's a free pit stop, but there's only been 7 laps of racing so far on the hard tires for Scott. The Alpine changing its front wing. Okay. Well, this will bunch the field up again, at least, and we'll have a nice safety car restart. Ferrari of Fuswat having to change his front wing. And still not losing a position to Zuber. Zuber struggling in Belgium. The Alpine going side by side with the safety car. I'm not sure if that's going to make it faster or not, but you can try. It's going to be probably 3 laps of safety car. Cute. As Monty Perez gets a time penalty. Okay, people gaining positions due to people boxing. Okay, let's see. I guess pushing to get back up the field. Man, it's always annoying to get penalties during the safety car period. As the Ferrari and the McLaren are slowly catching up to the front of the field. Let's just stay on the onboard with Zuber for now while he's catching up. As Zuber has spun doing the safety car here, trying to catch up, which is fine. Let's see. Safety car should be in this lap, and I believe Zuber will have caught up by then. Although those tires maybe not looking as fresh as they could be due to that spin. As the Ferrari has caught up now to the back of the field. Safety car doing its thing. The Alpine not backing off of the safety car really. So that means that there's going to be one more lap of safety car period. I assume so. Yes, there is. One more time for Barrett, as everybody is caught up now. Even Zuber. Although he has gained 5 positions. And he is boxing. That's a smart move for now. Let's see. Is he going to choose fresh hards? If he has a set. No, that's going to be some fresh medium tires and a new front wing. Though I didn't see any damage, but yeah. Let's hope that he isn't going to spin catching up this time. Let's stay with him. For now, at least. So, let's see. How many people are on hards? Scott. Only Scott is on hards. Those hards are going to be ice cold at the restart. He's going to be weaving like crazy. As the Ferrari has spun of Pierre Perez. Don't get a corner cutting penalty, and I believe he got one. Did he? I'm not sure. No, that was already there. Ouch. Let's hope he didn't get any damage at least from that spin. Beautiful. The safety car definitely going to be in this lap. It's been out for 3 laps and everybody is caught up. It's done its job. As we see race control saying a safety car in this lap. Let's see. Do we see a fastest time? JJ Lancer with the fastest time at the moment, a 149.6, and nobody else being... Ah, yes. These two being in the 149s as well. Okay. As JJ Lancer is allowed to decide when they're going. He's a nice 170 miles per hour, or kilometers per hour pace, slowing down for the chicane. When he says go, it's go. And he has gone. Left the Alfa Romeos in the dust with that safety car restart. The Mercedes diving down both of the insides. Mercedes getting the worst exit though. Then both of them and losing both positions again. As the McLaren and the Red Bull go side by side. Is the Red Bull going to stick the inside? Yes, he is. Side by side through, riding on a Rouge. Beautiful, the Red Bull gaining 1 position, I believe. Beautiful move by the Red Bull. As everybody else is going down the back straight. As a Ferrari has... No, a Ferrari has crashed. Oh, Perez has crashed. Right on track. But no safety car yet because the safety car just was out. As these guys, give me that. No, interval. There we go. Everybody being really close to each other still. And let's see. Joe Lancer wanting to probably break away off these two Alfa Romeos to get a healthy gap between them before DRS is enabled again. And Kenningston, or Racing Wheel, trying to get ahead of Kenningston again as the Haas going slow. The Red Bull having the outside, which turns into the inside of the next chicane, that next corner. It's going to be a drag race down to turn 1. Although the Red Bull getting the better exit and the Haas having to stick behind now, as there's a switcheroo at the front. No, but the Mercedes of Joly being very close to that Alfa Romeo, pushing him through Radillon. Let's see, maybe he doesn't even need DRS, he only needs ERS and a good slipstream. Is he going to go down the inside? No, the Alfa Romeo has that inside. As he can take the faster line around the outside, but the Alfa Romeo gaining speed on him, going side by side through turn 4, 5, and 6, I believe. The Alfa Romeo having the inside for this corner, though, and the inside just being way, way faster, although not getting the best exit, and both of them spinning. That's unfortunate. Please don't crash. They are going to crash, because none of them are ghosting. No. Yes, the Ferrari the Mercedes having to rotate first, and then the Alfa Romeo can go as the Haas overtakes both of them. These two are both gonna try to sorry. These two are gonna try to catch up again. Wait, where did the oh, right there. I'm blind. The Alfa Romeo go as he's gonna try to overtake the Haas with hot tires now, I assume. And Joly binning it again. That's sad to see. I guess those hot tires really not being great in the corners. Him having to maybe back off a little bit, half a lap, before he can push again. Maybe pushing a little bit too early. As we see the Alfa Romeo gonna soon to be making a charge back up to the field, as Zuber is quite close to the Ferrari of Fuswad. DRS enabled this lap, I believe. Let's see. Zuber getting forced on the outside. Gonna sit back. He's gonna have DRS. Let's see if he lifts. He lifts a lot through a Rouge as he spins, but he keeps the car alive. As we see Simsev1 not losing it and doing what Zuber was trying to do, overtaking the Haas on the inside, ahead before turn 4? 4? Yeah. Nice move. As Zuber now ailing back to the pits with no front wing. Gonna be changing that again. And Simsev1 now catching up to Fuswad. We'll be looking at that in a couple of minutes time. Let's see what's going on in the midfield battle. The Red Bull of Punit being quite close to these two. As the McLaren doesn't have any ERS left. Punit going down the inside of the McLaren having to go a little bit off track, having the inside though for the final chicane, but the Red Bull being a full course length ahead, braking perfectly late, and the Speldrong having a beautiful switchback on that McLaren. The McLaren losing 2 places in the span of like 200 meters, as Alpine needs to watch out for the Red Bull. The Red Bull going wide, getting hit and spinning. That's unfortunate, as these two are going side by side down to Radillon. Or Rouge, I'm not sure which one it is. As the McLaren backs out, but the Alpine getting the worst line, I believe. But the McLaren just having 0 ERS left to attack. As the Alpine of Joe Lancer has lost a position to Slithery Cow. the Alpine, McLaren faking a move around the outside, being very loose. The McLaren is. As Zuber pits for softs. See if Zuber is going to be able to attack with these fresh soft tires, but they're going to be cold, so he's going to need to watch out for half a lap at least. As we go to the top two, Slithery Cow and Gigi Lancer clearly being the top two of this race so far. They've pulled a gap of 5 seconds to P3. As there is a spin from the McLaren of, yes, a racing wheel. Anyway, let's see, two battles going on at once. Battle for third and battle for first. Let's focus on the battle for first for now. Slithery Cow trying to get the best exit he can. Although JJ Lancer being quite close to him. The Alpine being within 2/10 already before Rouge and Rodillon. Unless Slithery Cow has a great top speed, he's not going to be able to hold that position. JJ Lancer going down the inside, he's going to be forced very tight, but he's going to be a full course length ahead after the breaking point. But a beautiful switchback from Slithery Cow. Is it going to be a double switchback? No, not quite, but he's going to sit tight and be right behind JJ Lancer for the next lap. Some beautiful racing between these two guys. Let's see. As spelled wrong has moved up, I believe. I believe Kenningson was P3 before that. So both Alpines gaining one position. Let's see if the Red Bull of Kenningson can stick behind the Alpine and keep up with them. As Slithery Cow has almost doubled the battery of JJ Lancer going to the final chicane of lap 14. Let's see, where is Sims F1 having overtaken Fuzzwad and being quite close to Scott M. We'll be having an eye on that. As here the battle for first. Slithery Cow getting a tighter exit than JJ Lancer, being 4/10, less than 4/10 behind JJ Lancer going into Eau Rouge. Very easy to lose it there, especially as soon as the tires are starting to fade away. Let's see if Slithery Cow is going to have enough speed to make an attack. He's going to get forced around the outside, which is the worst line. Let's see if he can get a switchback. Not quite this lap. It still has almost doubled the amount of ERS at bay than JJ Lancer has, although he does make a small mistake right there. Let's go down to Sims F1. He's caught up to these two. Sims F1 on those 14-lap-old medium tires. As Scott M goes a little wide, is Sims going to dive down the inside? Not quite yet. He's going to just wait as he hits that deadly curb and is losing a little bit of time there. I see Slithery Cow is 1/10, basically pushing the Alpine as the Alpine is pitting for new tires. I assume hitting the pit wall ever so slightly while boxing or pitting. Slithery Cow now down to him to set a great in-lap and react to spelled wrongs. JJ Lancer's pitting decision. Let's see. As these guys are going to be right behind JJ Lancer on those soft tires, he's going to have it to lift. He's going to get a boost from Sims F1, but he has the overall better exit and better tires. JJ Lancer not going to be able to brake as late as Sims F1 is, and Sims F1 getting ahead. Let's see if Scott M is also going to get ahead, or if these medium tires are starting to warm up for JJ Lancer, as he is weaving to get any tire temp into those tires. As there is a spin, which is Scott M. That's unfortunate, but no damage as far as I can see. Maybe to the tires. And he's avoiding crashes by going off track again. Let's see, Sims F1 lagging a little bit. Let's see, Slithery Cow not boxing this lap, so not responding directly. Maybe having a long stint on those medium tires, so it could be a one-stop. As Sims F1 is trying to get past that McLaren, as the Alpine is trying to get past Sims F1, and he does so successfully. It's going to be a drag race down to a Rouge. The Alpine just having better grip, using probably a lot of ERS. And McLaren going to be now a sitting duck for the Alpine, although the Alpine isn't really racing the McLaren. Let's see if this is going to be a 2-for-1. No, the McLaren is going to keep the P7, or going to at least keep Sims F1 at bay. As we can see. These two being quite close to each other, Spelled Wrong and Kenningson. Kenningson keeping up with Spelled Wrong, as Racing Wheel does get a 3-second time penalty. Let's see. Let's see, Jojo being 18 seconds to Slithery Cow and catching. Slithery Cow definitely being on a different strategy than him, as the McLaren has pitted, sorry, for medium or hard tires? Medium tires. Scott with almost a full battery, being within DRS reach of the Ferrari. Is he going to lift through a Rouge and Radio? Yes, he is. But he's going to still have enough speed to zoom past the Ferrari. Be way ahead at the braking point. And that's one position back up for Scott. As the Alpine of JJ Lancer has caught up to the Mercedes. Let's see how easy, as he does run wide a little bit. Let's see if he's going to wait until DRS or going to try to send it down the inside, the final chicane. both of them going a little wide. J.J. Lancer wanting to overtake him right away. Van's racing, not really racing the Alpine at the moment. As Slithery Carl has boxed. Let's see. I'm assuming these are going to be hard and not medium. These are medium tires. Okay, interesting strategy. J.J. Lancer going to be way ahead Slithery Cow, and Slithery Cow only having slightly better tires than him. Oh no, he's not. What? Maybe it was a master plan from Slithery Cow. Slithery Cow coming right out side by side with the Alpine on slightly better tires. Getting DRS now as well. But probably not going to make a move due to him having cold tires. But he's going to be able to slow down the Alpine. No, and he's going to make a move, and it's not quite going to stick. Watch out, guys. These guys side by side through that corner, although the Alpine having the inside. But the Alfa Romeo being a full car's width ahead. Car's length ahead. Wow, okay. That's surprising. J.J. Lancer losing time in the fights with Slithery Cow's teammate and others. It's the fight for P1 currently, at least. Let's see. Speldron on only 12 lap old tires. He's gonna probably drive out and then go on hards. Kenningston, I'm assuming, doing what Slithery Cow hasn't done and doing a one-stop strategy. As the Alpine is gonna be drag racing the Alfa Romeo down to turn 1. Who will have DRS? It's gonna be the Alpine. No DRS games for the moment. But again, with not too much ERS to spare, the Alpine gonna open DRS, stay behind. He's gonna be ever so slightly ahead into the braking zone. He's gonna outbrake himself, and he's gonna have to tuck behind the Alfa Romeo again, once more. As everyone else has kind of spaced out to each other, these two guys still being close to each other. As the Mercedes of Jolie has died, he's DNF'd. And the safety car being brought out due to him spinning. That's going to be some great news for the Alpine of Speldron, Kensington, and Ted, I believe. Because they're going to be able to box for free, although I think I'm assuming that these Slithery Cow and Joe Lance are going to box as well for hards. No, they're not. They're going to stay on the medium tires. They believe that they can drive it out. They're going to inherit P1. And what? Spellwrong going to box for softs. 20 laps to go. As does Kensington. Maybe there's going to... rain is predicted? I do not know the forecast, sadly. Let's see. Everyone else So not everyone is boxing for softs, so I'm assuming that softs is the outlier here. Maybe it was an accident. 20 laps on soft, that's going to be a tough challenge, but they are going to get a good safety car restart. So, yeah. As Ted, where does he come from? From out of nowhere, Ted P5. It's been a good race so far for him. On fresh hards, in front of his teammate. Both Alpha Tauris starting outside top 10 and both within top 6 at the moment. As Zuber has pitted for softs, so multiple soft runners here. Oh no, he's on 9-lap old softs. I'm going to assume that he's going to box this lap for his sake, because I don't believe that softs can last you 30 laps if there's not going to be another safety car. But interesting to see that Scott hasn't boxed yet, or pitted yet. He believes that staying on those old hards is going to be faster. So let's see. Okay, and Zuber is not boxing. Pitting, sorry. What? What? Interesting move. As Fuzzwad has pitted for hard tires. Let's see. Watch out. Fuzzwad using a lot of his ERS to get back to the field, but you're not going to regenerate a lot of ERS once you've caught up, especially if it's going to be in this lap. By the way he's driving, it is going to be in this lap. Interesting strategies all across the field, at least. So Zuber, having caught up with his 9-lap old soft tires. Let's see. How many? What? I can't go into race factor? Oh yes, I can. Ted having boxed 4 times already. Soft, medium, medium, hard. Zuber having boxed 4 times already. And Fuzzwad also having boxed 4 times already. Pitted 4 times already. So both the top 2 drivers having to pit again, both of them only being on medium tires until now. But hey, Ted could be very much so in to win this, because he doesn't have to box again and he's on fresh hards. But there are still 22 laps to go. We're halfway through this race now. Wait, halfway point. Let's see, Slithy Kyle. Gonna have a safety car restart. Let's see when he goes out of the final chicane. He's not gonna have... Oh. There is some confusion there for the Alpines. but and it has sorted itself out. And the Red Bull of Kenningston getting a great exit due to the confusion. Both soft tire runners now side by side going into Eau Rouge. Let's see if anybody backs out. None of them do, but it all sorts itself out somehow. As the Alpine is very close to the Red Bull, and the Red Bull being very close to the Alpine in front. Let's see. Are they going to be 3 wide? No, they're not. They're going to be 2 wide. None of them going to be making a move. The Alpine going to get in front of the Red Bull, though, on those soft tires. Those soft tires going to be having way better grip than the medium tires. Warming up way faster. Let's see. Are the Alpines going to work with each other or against each other? As Speldrong does get 3 seconds, that's going to be crucial. Now both P1, 2, and 3 having 3 seconds of time penalties. As the Alpine is running a little wide, lucky there that he doesn't lose the car on the exit there. It's a dangerous curb to just take flat. But no, it does not seem like Speldrong is very much faster than J. Joe Lancer. J. Joe Lancer, though, already having only 50% ERS to use. As there's a spinner from Zuber with those 10-lap-old soft tires. Struggling to get into the pits. He's made it, though. Let's see. Kenningston also not being as fast as his teammate, at least for him being on one compound softer tires, even making a mistake and letting his teammate by. As Ted on the hards has even caught up to the soft runners, or singular. Let's see, close fights everywhere, as Zuber has gone on mediums, that being definitely the sensible choice. As Speldrong and his team, Speldrong gets spun around by his teammate. Not sure who to blame for that one, but he's crashed nevertheless. Speldrong losing positions and getting damage potentially. Does not look like he has major bodywork damage. Just losing a lot of positions, crucial positions. JJ Lancer being only on 24% ERS, as Slithery Cow has almost a full battery left, and DRS being enabled now for the first time after the safety car restart. JJ Lancer being happy to see that sign. As Slithery Cow still slightly lifts through Eau Rouge. The Alpine gaining, but not enough to make an overtake. As Slithery Cow now has the best chance since the beginning of the race to pull away, him having 7 times the amount of ERS, JJ Lancer just having nothing left in his battery on older tires. He's going to need another safety car to be able to continuously fight for that P1 position. As we go down to the Red Bull in-turn fight. No, the Red Bull of Kenningston just not being able to keep up, even though him being on softs really. Interesting. Let's go down. As everybody has spread out a little bit. Slithery Cow just setting the fastest lap at 148.0. As Zuber has spun again. Let's see. Let's hope he doesn't have any damage. No. Maybe some hot tires. But he'll survive. At least. Let's hope he will. Let's look at the penalties. Slither Cow having 5. JJ Lancer having 8 seconds of penalties. P3 having 11 seconds of penalties. As Ted also has 3 seconds. Okay, a lot of 3 and multiple 3 seconds of penalties. JJ Lancer, I'm assuming, speeding in the pit lane. That's unfortunate always. As the Red Bull has caught up to JJ Lancer, him having almost no battery left, giving the Red Bull a chance to overtake. Let's put it back. Let's see, tires, penalties. There you go. The Red Bull gaining 11 positions in the race. As the Haas is going to overtake Ted for now. Let's look at the Red Bull now. Right behind the Alpine. He's going to have DRS. He's going to go around the outside, but he's going to be ahead before the braking zone. And that's a move done and dusted. As no, Ted has spun in Eau Rouge. That could bring out the safety car. It doesn't for the moment. That's unfortunate. He was up for a very good result here. That's sad to see. But that's another position for Zuber at least. As JJ Lancer having lost 2 positions now. Starting from pole, this does not look like an easy pole to win for him. Let's see if he even manages to get a podium with those, was it 9 seconds? 8 seconds? 8 seconds. As there's another AlphaTauri facing the wrong way. As the McLaren is quite close to Simps F1. Let's see if there's going to be a dive down the inside into the final chicane. No, there's going to be a fake dive. Let's see these guys. Are there going to be DRS games? Not for the moment, as Spellwrong has caught up to them as well on those soft tires. I'm assuming they're still going to be fine. If not, they're going to be in big trouble because there's like 15 more laps to go. Taking it flat at least. Him being the only one taking it flat, boosting that McLaren. That Alfa Romeo going to lose 2 positions at once. Is he? No, he's going to lose 1. Spellwrong gaining 2 positions at once, and that Alfa Romeo is going to lose 2 positions in a space of 100 meters. But beautiful move by Spelled Wrong down the inside of both of these guys. Kind of like, I believe it was Esteban Ocon in real life this year, but I'm not too sure. Let's see if Sims F1 can fight back. And having way more battery than the McLaren in front. As I believe it's... Is it? Is it raining? I believe it's raining. That's why there were soft tires runners, like I assumed. I think it's raining. I'm not going crazy, am I? I'm not going to make a statement yet, but yeah, is it? Maybe it's not. Maybe I am going crazy. No, okay, let's see. We'll see if it's going to be raining. If people start box sprinters, it's definitely going to be raining. But to me, it looks like some slight raindrops for now, as Sims F1 is still close with the McLaren, but not close enough to make a move this lap at least. As Zuber has boxed, let's see if that's for inters, and it's definitely raining. That's a raindrop on my screen. Yes, he is boxing for inters. That's a early stop, but I guess better early than too late, because it's a long lap in Belgium, and if you miss it, you're going to be struggling for quite some time. As the Ferrari and the McLaren go quite close to each other, the McLaren probably having a hard time out there on those hard tires with rain. Let's see. Slither Cow not boxing yet. He's sticking out one more lap, as do the guys behind him. Everybody so far. I'm assuming it's just not wet enough for the inters yet, but there's definitely going to be a grip loss on that track. Eau Rouge going to be even more dangerous than usually. Let's see. Is there going to be a lift? Yes, a slight one by Kensington. Let's go. Seems the form being closer to the McLaren than last lap. As J-Joe Lance are getting a 3-second time penalty. That McLaren blinking, letting Sims know that he doesn't have any ERS left. As you can see, that Sims F1 struggling out there, losing the car. I'm assuming that's due to the loss of grip. Let's see. It probably would be time for people to box this lap. But like I said, if you box too early, I could lose you a lot of time. But if you box too late, that could definitely be the wrong choice. We'll see. Can I assume that's one more lap for... Yes, it is one more lap for Slithery Cow. He's not going to box yet. So is the Red Bull, so is the Alpine. Mark probably saying that it's the dry tires are still faster at the moment. As the Haas has a little tank slapper out of the final turn. Losing some time to the Red Bull. as there is a spinner, and Scott has spun. Let's see if there's going to be a safety car, or a virtual safety car at least. As that would mean that you should probably box now if you were a guy right before the pits, but nobody is before the pits, so nobody can benefit off of this virtual safety car. Everybody being slowed down, as Sims1 probably frustrated that he couldn't make that move this lap. I wanted to say that Racing Wheel gonna have some problems with Super pitting, but he's not, because Super is on those intermediates already. And he's collecting another position as he's running a little bit wide, but he's fine. No damage to the car. As I'm gonna assume as soon as the safety car, the virtual safety car is ended, that everybody is gonna box. Sims F1 being right behind the McLaren. Probably eager to get past them while he still can. Overtaking always more difficult in the wet than in the dry. And it's green lights. Hopefully nobody got a drive-through penalty. Let's see. The Alfa Romeo not using his ERS to stay ahead. To overtake. Let's see, and nobody is boxing. Nobody's gone into the pits. Interesting. I mean, DRS is still enabled. As Sims1 gets ahead of the McLaren, but the McLaren gonna have DRS now, although those hard tires are gonna be quite cold in the rain. He seems to be fine right now. Let's see if he has enough speed. He's not getting into the toe of the Alfa Romeo for some reason, so he's maybe just given up on that position. We go back to JJ Lancer. He's within 1 second of P2. And so is the Haas. The Haas, again, caught up to Kensington, as there is a spinner, and the McLaren has spun on those hard tires. I'm assuming this weather not being too kind to the hard runners, as Fuzzwad has boxed or pitted for those intermediate tires, having to almost take the gas off for multiple seconds there in Eau Rouge, as the Alfa Romeo is pitting. The Red Bull staying out one more lap, as is the Alpine. Maybe it is too early. We'll see. Only time will tell. But the Haas of the Haas boxing as well. Let's see. The track looking slippery, more slippery than ever before. It's not getting drier at the moment. Everybody having to lift quite a bit through Eau Rouge. Wait, has Slithery... Oh, no, Slithery has gone on intermediates. Let's see, but... the Haas just flooring that, cutting the corner. Let's see if he'll get in trouble for that one. Maybe not. As Vance is staying out on those hard tires, so dry tires still being drivable. Let's see. Let's see, Slithery Cow being 13 seconds to... Nah, that's not going to be enough. Is he gaining or losing time? He is gaining time. Yeah. So intermediate tires being faster at the moment. At least it seems like it. Oh, as the Haas spins but keeps it. Nice save by the Haas. Nice little drift around that corner. It's going to cost him tire life and time, but he is going to get some style points for that one. As everybody seems to be pitting who's on dry tires at the moment. Let's see, where is Kenningston going to come out? Not as far ahead as I thought. In fact, he's going to come up behind. So those intermediate tires being definitely the faster choice, but the Haas overshooting turn 1 by a mile. Let's see. He's going to have warmed up tires, not like Jojo Lancer. He's going to have cold intermediate tires. But he's not going to be able to catch up enough at the moment. The Red Bull staying out one more lap. That's not going to be the strategy of the day. Slither Cow definitely gaining time on him. Let's see. Most cars now on intermediate tires. Spelled Wrong still on those dry tires. As is Vance on those hards. Those are going to be horrendous in these conditions. Let's see if Simsef1 is able to dive down the inside of the Alpine. He's quite cautious, as he does get past him. Nice move by Simsef1, although Spelled Wrong clearly being on dry tires in wet conditions. Let's see, Vans Racing going to be an F2 car on track. That could be a safety hazard, basically. As the Red Bull having lost 4 seconds in those 2 sectors. Let's see how much the Mercedes of Vans Racing has to lift. Simsef1 definitely going to be gaining a whole bunch of time. He's going to stay... What? Vans Racing is going to stay out on those soft tires. That's... That's almost a worse strategy than the Red Bull. In P3, okay, that maybe wasn't the worst strategy ever. But those hard tires must be horrible. As he demonstrates how bad they are, I'd say they're nearly undrivable. Vans just being in the middle of the track, now actually being a hazard on track. Maybe as Spelled Wrong is also on the track, unless Jeff has told them that it's going to dry up any moment now. These strategies are a mystery to me. Oh, no spins. But yeah, Racing Wheel just gonna overtake him like he's not even there. Look how careful Vans Racing has to be with the throttle input. Those hards definitely not the right choice at the moment. Let's see, as Kenningston has caught up to the Haas with almost a full battery. Let's see, these two definitely having to pit this lap. If not, they're crazy. Slithery Cow just getting a 12-second lead now to P2. Quite the impressive drive from today. Let's see. Kensington losing a little bit of time. Let's see. Speldrong staying out on those medium tires. He does not want to get rid of his 3-lap-old medium tires. Vans Racing, is he going to stay out? He is. He is going to stay out. Interesting strategy by the two of them. Let's see if P10 is going to be able to catch up to Vans Racing, as he probably is, as Vans crashes the Mercedes. Probably not even pushing that much, because these hards are just not ideal in intermediate weather. But Vans Racing, being stubborn, he's going to find out the hard way. As Speldrang on those medium tires, probably doing slightly better than Vans, because these tires might be able to keep some sort of amount of temperature and grip. But he's going to be ailing all the way for the rest of the remainder of 8 laps. As Jojo Lancer has caught up 2 seconds. That's something to keep an eye on. Let's see, the Ferrari having caught up to the Mercedes almost. Let's see, maybe Zuber is going to have an overtake on track. I'm going to be delighted to see that, as Vans Racing clearly not able to race at the moment with these hard tires. As the Haas has gotten ahead of Kensington. Man, I missed that. That's annoying. So man, let's see if he's gonna box this time. No, he is, finally. Although he is taking away the overtake on track for Zuber. Let's see what tires he's gonna put on. As Zuber isn't gonna be as Zuber is boxing, pitting, and Vans Racing on. Oh wait, has it stopped raining? No, it hasn't. Zuber also pitting. Let's see what tires he's gonna pit for. He's gonna pit for medium tires. Guys, isn't it still raining? Oh no, it has stopped. Maybe, potentially. Okay, that's why they stayed out. Spelled wrong. Now on the faster tires. I see. Okay. Their strategy is starting to make sense now, although they have lost so much time that I don't believe they'll gain it back by the end. But let's see. As Jojo Lancer has boxed for soft tires, as has the Red Bull, as has the Haas, or at least for dry tires. Everybody pitting at the moment. Let's see, Spelled Wrong finally being able to use these dry tires to his advantage, although they are going to be medium tires. But Slithery Cow on those intermediates, he has a big enough gap to box without any consequences, and as race control enables DRS, this shows you that it is dry enough to race on those soft compound tires. Simsif 1 is catching up to Kenningston in the Red Bull. Oh, as somebody spins? No? It just looked like it. Yes, Slithery Cow pitting for those dry tires, but having plenty of time to spare. Pit stop, I believe, is like 21 seconds, so he'll have 7 seconds to spare of those soft tires. Also getting fitted onto his car. Yes. Okay, let's see. Seems to have won right at the back of the Red Bull. 4/10. Looks like 3/10. Let's see, is he gonna lift ever so fast of a lift as can be? But he is gonna fall back a lot of time. I don't know what happened there. Maybe Kenningson not lifting, or just getting a better line through Eau Rouge and Rodino. As Foswad hasn't boxed, he's gonna probably stick it out on those intermediates until the end. Let's see if that's gonna work. It's gonna be close by the end. As we go back to battle for P6. Let's look at the penalties again, because these will be important now as the fastest lap is being set over and over again. As the track is drying up and everybody being on soft tires. Let's see. Penalties. 15 seconds for P4. 6 seconds for both front runners. 9 seconds for P3. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Come on. What? Here we go. As Sims has lost time on the Red Bull, Sims not having quite the pace at the moment to keep up. Yeah, Fuzwat's staying on those intermediates. Those intermediates being only like 3 seconds slower a lap. Although once they overheat, they're going to be worse and worse. But he has 13 seconds, 2 vans, and 4 laps to go. That's going to be interesting. As the Haas spins, let's see, he's going to be back on track right in front of Kensington. But he does have 15 seconds of penalties. As he runs wide again, it's not going to be great for his tires either. He's going to have to watch out here to not spin again. As this could be a P5 finish for Kensington. see. So the cow has built up a gap again, I believe, because it went down to 6 seconds. Yeah, as J-Jo will answer again, spent all his ERS and is now down. Although Slither Cow also doesn't have much more than him. Speaking of, well, the top three all have depleted their ERS at the moment. Three laps to go. It's left 42 or 44. Let's see if we can get any more overtakes, as the Haas seems to have better pace than Speldrong on those old mediums compared to those relatively fresh softs. Let's see, quite equal ERS between the two. The Haas not quite being able to catch up. Let's see. Well, I mean, Kensington not having any penalties is going to save him, although Fuzzwad on his intermediate tires is getting caught up by Van's Racing. Why is there the blue flag? Oh, that's why. As Super does get lapped by the leader. Let's see here. This is going to be the fight to the line, as the Ferrari of Fuzzwad being 2 seconds ahead of the Mercedes on slick tires. Let's see now. Come on. Penalties. Fuzzwad only having 3 seconds, but those 3 seconds going to be crucial in the end. But you never know. Oh. As Fuzzwad is clearly slower and getting overtaken by the Mercedes. Just like that, on the straight. He can't say anything back. There we go. As everybody starts the final lap, except Slithery Car starts the final lap of the race. Let's see if the Ferrari is gonna let him by. Hopefully no complications there, although I'm not sure if they are gonna ghost or not. Does not seem like ghosting is active, and he does show a little thank you sign, I believe, with that DRS open and close. As Zuber has caught up to Fuzzwad. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see these two. This is going to be a close battle to the line. Zuber, is he going to be able to overtake him around the outside? No, around the outside of the next turn. Yes, he is, and he's a car length ahead by the braking zone. Beautiful move by Zuber there. Fuzzwad on those intermediate tires, really having to take each corner slower than all the other drivers in front. Unfortunate for him, but Zuber getting that top 10 finish. Although he does have penalties, let's see, I believe 12 seconds of penalties, so in the end, Fuzzwad is the one who lasts the loudest, or the last. Sorry, that's a that's a reference to a German saying. Anyway, Slithery Cow finishing P1. What a race. A great race by him. Dominant win. Win by 8 seconds, and he's been fighting at the front the whole time. J.J. Lancer, great P2. Is it going to be a podium due to penalties? Maybe. Nope. It's going to stay P2. He's had a good race. He was definitely with Slithery Cow for quite some time there. But Slithery Cow just having slightly better pace there in the end. The Red Bull also consists, well, at least with up there, spelled wrong. The Haas coming in P5, P6, getting a lot of penalties in the end, also having a little spin, but having some great pace doing the race, as Simsov 1 also gets ahead. Simsov 1 having to fight back after he's had a crash with, I believe it was spelled wrong. As Vans is the last car on track. Just ahead of Slithery Cow when he was finishing up the race. And Fuzzwad just getting that strategy call at the end wrong. And Zuber driving a great race, but getting a lot of penalties in the end, so it is going to be P11 for him. As we can see, Mercedes just finalized his last lap of the race. There we go. Top 10 finish for Vans Racing as he celebrates to the line. Wow, what a race. What a 100% race. From dry to wet to dry, you had everything. Battles at the front, at the middle, and at the end. Different strategies, different tire compounds from wet, dry tires in the wet and wet tires in the dry. What a race. Lots of crashes though as well. I believe 11 finishers? 11 finishers out of, I believe we were 18. So 6 crashes. Were we 18? No, we were 20. Oh, goddamn. So that makes 9 crashes. Or 8. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 crashes. What a race. I had a fun time. Hope you did too. Maybe I'll just put in race director in case anybody needs it. A lot of pit stops for these guys. Look at that. Zuber had 7 pit stops. And incidents here. A whole bunch of incidents. Okay. Well, this has been fun. I probably will see you guys next week. I probably have time. Let's see. If not, well then, there's always in 2 weeks. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys around. So, bye-bye.